bring you warm greetings from the United Nations Population Fund, UNFPA Ghana. Indeed, I am happy to be part of this all-important event, the launch of the Ghana Peace Building Fund project. I thank you for coming to the event and in joining hands with UNDP and UNFPA to continue advancing peace in Ghana. Of recent, the UNFPA Executive Director, Dr. Natalia Kanen, gave remarks at the launch of the 2024 State of the World Population Report in Geneva, where she opened the meeting with the following statement. I wish to quote because it is relevant to this gathering. She said, I quote, I greet you in peace, the noble purpose of the United Nations, and the fervent wish of people everywhere, especially women and girls, that UNFPA serves. They want peace in their homes, peace in their communities, and peace in the world. This quote could not have come at a better time than this as we launch the first ever UN-funded peace building fund project in Ghana. To us at UNFPA, the peace building fund project is significant as we continue to witness the disproportionate effects of emerging global trends such as polarization and conflicts, climate change and natural disasters, and their effects on vulnerability of women and youth. In the Western Central Africa region in particular, UNFPA has been observing and concerned with the indirect spillover effect of the Sahel crisis and the potentials for violent extremism. Our office here in Tamale has identified some maternal health, reproductive health, and gender-based violence issues in some of the communities and districts we work with that are resulted from the pressure created by some of the spillover effects. It is for these and other critical factors that the UNFPA's component of the Peace Building Fund project is focusing on transforming negative gender and socio-cultural norms that disempower women and girls and make them more vulnerable to the effects of conflicts. In addition, a focus on inclusive planning processes for sustainable development outcomes underscores the interventions UNFPA will be implementing to build the capacity and agency of young people to contribute to the development agenda in their communities in Ghana. We all know that when one is excluded, when there is a deficit of trust in services and institutions that should serve him or her, and that when one is dissatisfied, the seeds of conflict are being sown. To this end, UNFPA's component project will focus on approaches and tools such as development of monitoring dashboards and scorecards to improve feedback on service provision between citizens and service providers. Establishment of the District Development Actors Forum to facilitate inclusive development planning processes. Interactive platforms, including My District, Our Development, dialogue sessions to enhance the voice of community members in rights-based service provision. Development of equal engaged guides for the training of development actors on human rights-based approaches to sustainable development and peace building. We will also actively engage with the traditional and religious leaders to facilitate the transformation of negative gender and social norms. These will include training to enhance their capability as facilitators and advocates of right-based and inclusive processes. In addition, we will facilitate the mainstreaming of human rights perspectives as well as gender responsiveness into security and safeguarding procedures to ensure that citizens are aware and contribute to peace-building processes. It is worth to note that our efforts at enhancing peace and social cohesion, especially for women and young people, development and mitigation of negative gender and social norms are not isolated. They are deeply intertwined with Ghana's broader development priorities, encapsulated within the Sustainable Development Goals, and the UNFPA and aligned with UNFPA Global Strategic Plan and the Country Program. Distinguished guests, just this past Tuesday, the UNFPA in partnership with the Government of Ghana supported and hosted the inauguration of a technical working group tasked to develop Ghana's National Action Plan on youth peace and security. An event officiated by the Honorable Minister of Youth and Sports with engagement of my friends from the National Peace Council, the Kofi Annan Institute, National Security, and a host of other relevant stakeholders. The UN Resident Coordinator made remarks and called for focus on peace for all. Important, and although separate, the youth peace and security processes is embracing the spirit of inclusion, with key institutions and youth and women included in the membership of the working group. We embrace the spirit and call for inclusion in key policy processes and documents, especially those that focus on women and youth. While this is not a direct result of the PBF project, it is an important factor in building and sustaining peace with and for young people. As we work toward the goal of achieving sustainable peace, we will count on your support and commitment in the execution of this project to ensure its success. In conclusion, I wish to express my profound optimism for the journey ahead and my unwavering confidence and commitment in our collective ability to make a lasting and positive impact on the lives of communities we serve, ensuring that no one is left behind. Thank you for your attention.
Of course, I'd like to kindly request that we shift to the next level on the agenda, and now we will hear from our government and nation who are receiving this program and facilitating its implementation. And on the same program, Senna Siam Boatin, who is the Chief Director of the Ministry of Interior, to speak.
We are standing on protocols to promote me. Good morning. And are very on whose protocols we will stand. Honorable Al Hassan Shaibu, the chairperson, Hajian,